Welcome back everyone, keeping it LCFC here for another Leicester City live game. We've got Leicester City today against Brighton and Hove Albion. Leicester, a few changes made and they're lining up in a 4-4-2 formation today, as you can see. Kasper Schmeichel starts in goal, but he relinquishes the captain's armband as Wes Morgan comes into the side in the number 5 shirt. Ricardo at 2, James Justin comes in for Ben Chilwell at 3, Soyuncu keeps his place at 4. Wilfred Ndidi, very, very important, the linchpin, as some have said, of this centre midfield for Leicester City. He will start alongside Belgian Dennis Praet, as Yuri Tielemans and James Maddison both drop to the bench today, as Kelechi Iheanacho comes in the 10 shirt, Vardy comes in at 9, Harvey Barnes stays at 11, Oxlade Perez comes in at 7, and Dennis Praet, as we've said, partners Wilfred Ndidi in centre midfield. Leicester, blue shirts, white shorts with the blue socks today. We'll start this game kicking from right to left. Brighton and Hove Albion in the change colours today of green shirts, white shorts with green socks. They've gone for a slightly different formation to Leicester. They've gone for 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1 formation, depending on whether they're in or out of possession. They've gone with Australian Matt Ryan in goal, Dan Burn and Ezekiel Charlotto at left back, Duffy and Dunk, the centre-back partnership with Davy Proper and Pascal Gross in centre midfield. Izquierdo down the right with Johan Bash, the rumoured Leicester target, before joining Brighton in the 11. Solly March at 10, and former Brentford man Neil Maupay will start in the number 9 jersey for the Seagulls. It'll be the Foxes who get us underway then, with Jamie Vardy playing the ball into Kelechi Iheanacho. Harvey Barnes as well getting forward. An early chance here for Leicester. Harvey Barnes getting himself into a good position. Harvey Barnes, though, does fire wide. Early chance, though, threatening from Leicester. That was a good early chance from Leicester. Positive stuff from them as they came forward there with Harvey Barnes. Dan Burn. Izquierdo, of course, played against Leicester in the Champions League season of 16-17, where his pace did cause Leicester problems. Here he is again, running at Soyuncu. Soyuncu gets control of the ball and he then looks up the field. Soyuncu plays it forward. Wilfred Ndidi. Ball goes wide left. Once again with Harvey Barnes. Got Iheanacho with him, and he does use Iheanacho, but he does just slide this one slightly behind him. Iheanacho plays back into midfield, looking for Dennis Praet. He finds Wilfred Ndidi. It's nice stuff actually, this from Leicester. Ndidi finds fellow countryman Kelechi Iheanacho, who lays it back off for the Nigerian defensive midfielder to come forwards, and he does. Plays it forward into Iheanacho, can't get there, and Pascal Gross makes the challenge. And Shane Duffy completes the clearance. And Brighton now going forward themselves. Neil Maupay just in behind Dennis Praet, but Dennis Praet gets there just about. Plays the ball all the way back to Ricardo. Let me pick this up here with Ricardo in the right fullback position. Oh, he's under some pressure. Hanbash coming forwards, looking to shut him down, but skips past him, and then he looks up the field for options. Plays it into the centre of midfield, where Dennis Praet will look to move onto the ball, and he does. And he spreads one out to the left, out to the right rather. Oxlade Perez, Brighton's left. Charlotto coming over to meet him. Doesn't win it. Perez. Still Oxlade Perez, can't get there. Duffy. Charlotto. Referee just skipping out of the way. Camera angle, just going to change it slightly to there. As Johan Bash gets back on side. Pereira just moving himself in field. Charlotto, still Ezekiel Charlotto, comes up this left hand side. Johan Bash Switches it across the field. Izquierdo using his pace to run at Soyuncu. Causes the Turkish international some trouble here. And Schmeichel against Izquierdo. Schmeichel makes the save. Good stop there from the Dane. Brighton not really got any other support up there for Izquierdo. James Justin comes over. He's going to do well not to concede a penalty here, James Justin. In the end, he concedes possession to Neil Maupay, who will look to just wing this ball back into midfield, and he does. Izquierdo getting back on side. James Justin readjusting his position. Pascal Gross. Johan Bash. Good from Brighton. Johan Bash. Izquierdo. Plays out to Neil Maupay. Has the ball in the right hand channel. James Justin and Soyuncu ahead of him. Goes back in field. This is brilliant from Brighton. Graham Potter rather, will be impressed with this so far from his side. And it's the left back. He's escaped Perez, but he hasn't won possession, and Ricardo Pereira steams in, and now a chance for Leicester to counter-attack the other way. Dennis Pratt attacks immediately that vacant left back position. Perez. Oh, it's good from Perez. Chance for Oxy Perez to give Leicester City the lead. It's a long way out. Fancy his chances, and he hits the inside netting. It's gone wide of the near post. And that was a good chance for Leicester. Charlotto had gone missing. And Perez counter-attack well there. Dennis Pratt, Ricardo linking up, getting the ball to Perez, who fires the ball just wide of the post. Graham Potter will be pleased with the way his side started the game there, but not pleased with the ease that Leicester City were able to counter-attack. Rodgers, on the other hand, will be delighted with the speed of that counter. Not so much so with the finish from Perez. Perez wins back possession in the midfield. He's got Barnes to his left. Iheanacho ahead of him. Well, he's not really done anything with that, has he? Perez just sort of kept it. Barnes has come over. Good little link-up play between the two of them. Playing a little couple of 1-2s with themselves. Vardy. Right hand channel again, looking to exploit Charlotto. Vardy here could be in for goal number 101. Jamie Vardy picks up possession, cuts across it. Matt Ryan saves. Still Leicester in possession though. Harvey Barnes follows up, but goes through his man. And the referee giving a free kick to Brighton, and probably rightfully so. Good chance, couple of chances for Leicester then coming down this right hand side. Brighton, well in the end, Matt Ryan saved that one with his feet. He dived the other way. Dan Burn, Davy Proper, Pascal Gross looking for Izquierdo. It's a good pass this, all the way up the other end of the field now. Go Brighton. James Justin. He's in a position to cause trouble here, Justin, but Izquierdo gets the shot away, and all the chances are coming down both defensive sides on the left. James Justin just about did enough there, I feel, to put his man off. But Leicester will be slightly concerned at the way that Brighton have started this game. Very, very even start, 50-50 you'd say, from both. Schmeichel this time not messing around with his goal kick, and he's gone long. Harvey Barnes. Kelechi Iheanacho, defender, gets a touch on that. Dan Burn. Oh, Dan Burn taking a risk there as Perez comes across. Doesn't manage to win possession though for Leicester. And the ball to the middle of the park with Pascal Gross. Going forward this time down the left. with your hand bash, taking on Ricardo, who so far has had the better of the Brighton winger as he clears that one away. Dennis Pratt will look to pick it up, he doesn't. Pascal Gross comes over. Dennis Pratt in there again. Perez is now in an onside position. Dennis Pratt. Still Dennis Pratt. What's he going to do with it here? He surveys the field. Looks to try and spread one. We're going to recreate that pass, I think, from the cup game. He's taken a touch there, Charlotto, but referee says play on as Matt Ryan completes the clearance. The ball, however, is in the possession of Wilfred and Diddy, who cut out the pass. Didn't do a lot with it though, and he's asking a little bit of his teammates here. Wes Morgan comes all the way out from centre back to clear that one up for Leicester. Harvey Barnes, Jamie Vardy. Looking back into centre midfield where actually it's still Wes Morgan. Barnes, back to Morgan. Iheanacho. Vardy. Nice from Leicester, bit of possession. Perez, back to Vardy. Can they do here, Leicester? Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy. It's a chance for the former England striker. Goal 101. It is. Leicester City go 1-0 up. And it's that man again, Jamie Vardy, who's straight in on Matt Ryan as his teammates, including Wes Morgan, follow him through. Rustling again, Jamie Vardy, as he puts Leicester City into a 1-goal lead. As the scoreboard ticks round there to Leicester City 1, Brighton 0. It's Jamie Vardy once again, and Brighton will be disappointed with how easy it was really for Vardy to get through the middle of the park. But once he gets into that position, there's no stopping him. And Brighton fall behind very, very close to half-time. Solly March though, Neil Maupay. Can they get something out of this? Can they get back into it before half-time? They've been encouraged, I think. They've played quite well. Barnes and Diddy. Dennis Pratt in possession now. Little link up with Vardy. Vardy pops it back into Dennis Pratt, goes back to Vardy. This is good from Leicester. Vardy. Iheanacho. Izquierdo steps in. And Davy Propper picks up possession. Just out here on this far side. Plays the ball forwards. Solly March. Good couple of touches from Solly March. Referee says next time the ball goes out of play, that will be half-time. Can Brighton fashion one more chance, or will Leicester just clear it away, which they do through Ricardo Pereira? And that's that then. Half-time score, Leicester City 1, Brighton 0. Half-time then, it's Leicester City 1, Brighton 0. And I think Brighton have probably find themselves a little bit disappointed to be 1-0 down, but it's a great finish from Jamie Vardy, and they'll be most disappointed at how easy it was for him to cut through that centre-back position. Graham Potter, well, they've started well, Brighton. They've got the ball forward nicely, but only really tested Schmeichel on one occasion. They'll be looking to really try and take advantage of Leicester. But I don't think they would have prepared for the 4-4-2, and that might be what's causing the issues in the centre of the park. They'd have trained all week for a lone front man and a number 10, and what they've ended up coming up against is Kelechi Iheanacho and Jamie Vardy linking up well. And it's creating a lot of space out on the right-hand side, in particular for Ozzy Perez, who's caused Ezekiel Charlotto all sorts of problems. And with your hand bash ahead of him, he's getting absolutely no support defensively, which is giving Perez a one-on-one at all times. And if they can double up, which they have done a few times with Jamie Vardy notching into that left-back position, they've got a 2v1 out there, and Leicester could capitalise even further and stretch the lead. No changes at half-time from either side. Looking at it, the teams are making their way back out now. Matt Ryan made a couple of good saves in that first half, and he'll be disappointed to have been beaten. Kasper Schmeichel, well, he's had to relinquish the armband today as Captain Wes Morgan's come in, and it was Wes Morgan actually who was heavily involved in the build-up to that goal as he played the ball from midfield into the front men. And Leicester City took a 1-0 lead, and Brendan Rodgers will be hoping they can take the 3 points back to keep them in that top spot, keep in that top 4 position in 3rd place. Second half action then coming up live.